Okay, cool. Okay, welcome everybody for this monthly of UI Suite. As usual, we will talk about what happened the last month and which direction we are going. And we will show you cool stuff because we know you love cool stuff. And we have also a guest who will show you something totally new. And I hope you will enjoy. So UI Suite, if your first time, what is it? It's a project with people mostly, but also module and theme. And what we are doing, we have two jobs. First job is to propose to Drupal Contrib and Drupal Core some plugin YAML discovery, YAML plugin discovery to implement design system part. It's a design system implementation. And our second job is to connect those design system plugin to Drupal API. For that, we have 4 main modules: UI pattern, UI icon, UI style, and UI schemes. So we will talk, as usual, about some shared subject, Drupal core, our module, our theme, and the community. This last monthly, we got very good news. UI pattern 2 is raising fast because we have like 1,000 new install every 2 or 3 weeks. And now we are going to 1,500 install. And the UI icon is also raising very fast with 1,200 install. The other module are also progressing, but a bit slower. The main subject of this month was not in Contrib, it was in Core. Because we have this goal to make Drupal the first design system CMS, and we have a target for 11.3, a new style API for utilities and mods, a new design token and CSS variable API too, a new form element for the icons, and a big a game changer feature for ATC to allow schema references. All those issues are in review, and we hope it will land in 11.3. If it doesn't, we will target 11.4, but we will be sad. There is also a recipe which is preparing, so I don't know about this one. Mihab, you want to tell us?
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So the idea behind this recipe is really today the Drupal recipe that it provides a complete starter setup for UI Suite. This recipe installs and configures all core UI Suite ecosystem, allowing developers to quickly adopt a patterns-first component-driven workflow based on UI patterns. So today, to start with UI patterns, we had to configure and install many sub-modules and many contrib modules that of UI pattern ecosystem. And the idea behind that is to only require this recipe, apply the recipe, and that's it. You will get a ready-to-use environment of UI pattern. So this is the idea behind the recipe.
That's cool. So is it ready to test? Can we have a look and test?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So on packages, we have already I have already created a release on packages.org. So with a README file, a detailed README file. So you have in last section, the installation section, you will get the command how to require the recipe via Composer and how to apply the recipe using DDiv locally.
Okay, nice. So maybe next week, mostly we can do a demo, no?
Yeah, you want to do a demo right now? Bien.
I think we are pretty packed for the. Let's see if we have time at the end. Okay.
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 Yeah. I will prepare very much. Anyway.
Yeah, prepare it because it will be great to have a demo at the end of the mostly. So let's talk about the star of the show, Display Builder. So you know it's our new display building tool based on HTMX. It's a lot of love, a lot of work too. And the idea is to replace a lot of tools: layout builder, page layout, manage view display, manage for display, layout builder override, and view display. So everything display building from core into a single unified tool and modern. And I have a good news: beta 1 is coming because all the issues are in mid review or RTBC. So we can hope beta 1 the next hours, maybe the next days. But I know what you will say. You say, Pierre, it's not the first time you are telling that. First, you told us it will be mid-September with a plan. We got a plan, what we want to do for beta 1. Then you moved to mid-October. Yes, we did, because we added some security stuff. It's something we talked together in September. And also because we got a lot of feedback from agencies. We met agencies in September and they told us what they want. So we prepare this. For example, we did a lot of preparation work for symmetric translation. And then we are in mid-November, and now we are talking about beta 1 again. Yes, because something happened. Drupal 11.3.0 Alpha 1 was released the 6th of November, and it was too good to skip. There is a lot of cool stuff in Drupal 11.3, and so we decided to move to this target and to deliver beta 1 now. So beta 1 will arrive very, very, very soon. You will be able to try it as soon as it's released. We will tell you in a component Slack channel and UI Suite initiative Slack channel. You will just need two dependencies: Drupal 11.3 Alpha 1 with two patches, very small patches. They will land in Drupal 11.3 very soon. And of course, the latest release of UI pattern. So try it and give us feedback. We are ready to get them. So once beta 1 is released, the hardest part is done. So now we will enter the comfort zone. Beta 2 will be focused on translation. We have very, very cool stuff to do with translation. We are very excited. Beta 3 will be focused on UX and UI. And before RC1, we will check accessibility, of course, because it's a Drupal project. So beta 1 is only the beginning, and beta 2 will be packed full of cool stuff, and we will talk about that next month. So last month, I tried to do a demo. It was a demo of real-time collaboration, and it failed. So I will try again. Are you ready? So this is a new install. I just did a make install in my local environment. And I'm connected. And I go into my display builder profile. You know, we can have many display builder profile. Each profile is providing a building experience. You can do profile for your contributors, profile for your client, for the marketers, for your building team, for everybody. And on my display builder profile, here I'm configuring all the UI of display builder. I have this cool little plugin called real-time collaboration. So let's use it. And now, everywhere I will use this profile, for example, in page layout, I will do the same demo last month, so we will be sure it works. I use default profile, so I will benefit from my align. I build a display. And of course, if I am alone here, nothing will change. Okay, nothing will change. But here I'm connecting as hello. Hello is my second user. And I will go to the same page with hello. Ah, I can't because I need to connect again because I did a reinstall. Like that. Okay, and now let's try. Let's move my site branding here. It moves in the other part. You see, now it works. It's totally crazy. I have two different browsers, two different users, and everything I do in one will be visible in the second one. So let's open the libraries. Let's add, for example, a button here.
Maybe go on the layers view. Maybe it will be easier. Yeah. I think we lost Pierre.
He's frozen, I think. It's not real time.
Pierre. Tu es bloqué. Reviens. Come back, Pierre. Problem is, when will he realize that? Okay, so in the meantime, I take the slides and we continue a little bit. One moment, sorry. Pierre, where are the slides? Slides here. Okay, ready to share. Demo time, try out, demo, live demos, real-time collaboration. Okay. So, okay, let's go. Okay, so I will do some improv on that. So after the great demonstration of real-time collaboration, so we are almost done for beta 1. Of course, join us on Slack, and we have plenty of issues. Some are already tagged for some beta phase and prioritized, others are not, but there are spaces for any kind of contribution. Then we have SDC and UI patterns, some updates. This month, since the last monthly meeting, we had some pretty activity with 3 releases. So 2012, 2013 very closed because 13 was a very quick bug fix regarding changes in 2.0.12. So the big no, there will be a slide later for that, so I will do not spoil. So we can,
I can do it if you prefer, but I'm fine if you continue. No problem.
Okay, I continue. Let's avoid to switch too many times speakers. So we are either still implementing some bug fixes and new features, also changes regarding core preparation of core changes. So the next big stuff that we will be able to drop from UI patterns because it will be in core directly. It is some compatibility problem with JSON schema references. Pierre could talk better about that than me. And so now we'll be able to get some stuff like that. To avoid the prefix UI patterns, to use some kind of standard module or theme reference of given schema, because of a core issue about providing stream wrappers for Drupal extensions, module, theme, installation profiles, and so able to reference files like that. So new branching strategy. Yeah, right now we still do evolutions on 2.0.6 of UI patterns, but what right now the next big target will be 2.1.0, where we some custom development in UI patterns that are now integrated into core could be dropped, and to lighten the code base of UI patterns too. And then next big step will be to even more add API into core, or rely on core APIs to even more drop code base of UI patterns too. If someone has news from Pierre, do not hesitate to inform me. So right now, what we have. So the big change between UI patterns 1 and UI patterns 2 is the config structure. Now, and in UI patterns 2, half of stuff done by UI patterns 1 are now in core. The goal is to have even more stuff into core. And also by minimizing breaking changes and
Hello.
Pierre, thanks.
When did I left?
In the middle of the real-time collaboration demo.
What?
Yes, I had to improvise and to keep the slides and to continue. So it was not a real time.
When
again.
you drop the button, and
there is a malediction about this stuff. Okay, I take the screen again. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. You see where I am in the slides?
Yeah, I see. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So let's do the real-time demo again. So, okay, but it's finished anyway. What you can see here, you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it's everything I do. If I move something, if I'm, okay, no, I know I'm disconnected, but the demo was finished. Everything I'm doing, if I move something, if I'm changing anything, it will be shown in both screen. And you see here, I can see on the top, I can see the connected user, the user doing the change. And on my log, I see also what was done by each user. So now it's bringing fun display building. You can connect with your client, you can connect with your team, you can build the display together. You don't need to lock the display. There is no lock. And you are not afraid also to override someone else's work. So I'm very happy to show you that. And let's continue the monthly. Yeah. So
just before the yellow slides.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe
okay. So join us
on the schema stuff.
Yeah. Let's go to schema.
Go.
Yeah.
You can add some stuff. I improvise on Go.
So today, when you are doing theming with UI pattern, you are having a dependency to UI pattern. If you want to not write every prop, full prop, and you want to take shortcut, you use JSON schema references. It's an optional mechanism where you can just tell what prop type or prop shape you are using, and it will replace the schema for you. But it makes your Drupal theme a UI pattern theme. And we want to break from this, and we want to make your SDC theme agnostic. So the first proposal is a Drupal 11.3 ticket. We will provide a Drush command for conversion. Don't worry, it will be very easy, where the mechanism move to Drupal core, but you will still need to reference UI pattern. But what you want is to break free from UI pattern, and so you will be able to copy-paste the schema.json file into your theme, and as soon as you have this schema.json, you can reference your own theme, and then it will work with SDC, any kind of SDC tool you are using, any API, it will work. And the next step maybe will be to move this schema.json to some Drupal core modules, and then we all share in the SDC world the same schema references. It's cool. And we will talk about that a bit later, but so you will have no UI pattern dependency in your theme anymore. So we have a new strategy for UI pattern. We will ship some features with the flow, some features in UI pattern 2.0.x. We already started. On UI pattern 2.1, we will drop Drupal 10, and by dropping Drupal 10, we can remove a lot of mechanisms we have, and then it will free some space, free some the work for rethinking our plugins. So I just want to project you in next year what can happen in 2026. Before UI pattern 2, with UI pattern 1, there was nothing in core. It was only in UI pattern. And you got everything there. Then we moved to UI pattern 2, and thanks to SDC, 50% of the code base, 50% of the mechanism are now in Drupal core. And UI pattern 2 is doing only the 50 other percent. But we can do better. We can target 75% next year. Because in reality, what makes UI pattern is only our config and our source plugins. We don't need schema references. You see, I saw it as the previous slide, something core can manage this. And we don't need the prop type anymore because they are very related to schema references, and because type data API now is JSON friendly. So the goal, I'm not talking about UI pattern 3, I'm talking about UI pattern 2.2, 2.3. The goal is to move most of UI pattern into core, and it's already happening. And at the end, UI pattern will be a small, lightweight module. Cool, no? Okay, so now let's talk about something new, because here, you remember we break the config between UI pattern 1 and UI pattern 2, and we didn't get a conversion mechanism, but this conversion is coming. You want to tell us, Florent?
Yes. Pierre, you are on the config and you are on the statistic slide.
Okay, so
no need to stop your screen share. Okay, you can go on the next slides, please.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to tell why we are doing that. But that's because UI pattern 1 is still used and is still progressing.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah. If you, yes. Okay. Go on the next slide, please. Yes, we lost too much time already. Okay. So config and content migration. Okay, UI patterns 2.0 had been released at the beginning of the year. 11 months later, we finally got a config upgrade path merged into the module. Yeah.
Nice.
So how do you do your migration from UI patterns 1 to UI patterns 2? Locally on the development environment, you have two big steps to do. The first thing is upgrade the code base. To upgrade the code base, Pierre did that months ago, a Drush command to upgrade from patterns to components with Drush UI patterns migrate your extension. Okay. Then you potentially have to adjust some generated code and adjust some code base into, I don't know, presenter templates or other kind of templates which are calling components. You do some manual code change. Okay, then you have your code base ready for your patterns too. Then you can do a Drush update DB, a standard Drush update database, because we provide the hook update n and also hook post update name for layout builder overrides, which will go through all your configuration, scanning the usage mainly into entity view displays, views, etc. Scanning for usage of patterns and trying to update to detect the correct component to migrate to, and it will handle all the config changes. So config changes for field layout, field group, display suite, layout builder, field formatters, what else? Layout are handled. Also UI patterns block, and stuff like that. If your use case is not covered yet, do not hesitate to create an issue, providing UI patterns 1 configuration, and also what can do is to reproduce from scratch your configuration on UI patterns 2 to see the configuration expected. Then we can adjust the configuration converter service. So locally, it will be in two steps. First, you break your site to update your code. Then you just, with the code base updated, you just launch the standard update database. Also, the configuration conversion is also provided as a Drush command. That's it for me.
Okay, that's great. That's right. Let's hope all the UI pattern 1 projects become UI pattern 2 project. So about Canva compatibility, we got last month we saw that Canva is breaking HTTP ecosystem in a few points. I have good news. It's getting better because there is already 2 issues fixed on their side and also 1 related core issue fixed. So we worked with them in Vienna. It was very good, very good collaboration, and they know they are fixing the issue. And we hope that Canva will be friendlier before the 1.0.0. On our side, what can we do with UI pattern? Maybe we can handle the stream wrapper. It's a temporary stream wrapper. It will be removed one day, but it's still here. So maybe we can handle it. And maybe we can also add the prop types, the prop shape they use. I don't think it's good prop shape. I think it's mistakes they are doing, but they are doing it. So if we want to increase compatibility, let's think about adopting a similar prop shape, like image, for example. Someone asking a question?
If you could add a flag not to show some of the pros in Canva. From Rajab. Props. Okay. If you could add a flag to not show some of the props in Canva. Okay. Okay, so Rajab means in the component definition to hide props from component config form, I guess.
I don't know about that. But let's stop to mess with the component definition. There is already this temptation when a tool
Yeah, I could clear this
Yeah,
the
okay,
question a bit. Just a quick thing.
Yeah.
In Drupal core or in UI pattern, we need a flag next to properties, props, just to show this prop to allow people to fill it up inside Canvas. So, for example, we do have attributes. We do have some related components for somewhere else, like button with attribute, with text, with some extra props, which Canvas users or editors may not need to have them there. Just it could be in core or could be within UI pattern. And by doing this step, most of the components will be able to work in both, in the
but
theme
it's
level
better-
or
it's
the.
better to just to make the props compatible than to hide some props to some tools. And I think it will not be hard to make the props compatible. If everybody is playing fair, nobody is messing with SDC, at the end we will be compatible.
And just a quick note about UI patterns. In UI patterns ecosystem, we have this experimental module called the UI patterns UI. And for each component, you can put some default values to some props. You can hide some props. So you can work around your component and hide some stuff like what you wanted. But it's not directly in the definition. It's more than you customize the editing experience component by component. So it's on top, but not directly in the definition.
Okay. We can talk about that at the end too, when we will chit chat. Let's just have a quick point about translation. It's a big subject. Layout builder struggle with that. Manage display struggle with that. But us, we will success dealing with that. And it's still ongoing. And we have we have two good prototype with Christian. And I'm very confident that before Christmas, we will have a very nice translation system for the display. It will work for both UI pattern and display builder, of course. Laurent?
Yes, go on. So some news, it will be very quick. Some news about UI styles and UI skins. UI styles, very small releases because a few fixes were laying on dev branch. But of course, the next big change will be the preparation of conversion of UI styles with UI styles 2, which will use the core API. Still it needs review. So very few changes on UI styles because we are in preparation of big changes. And also no release for UI skins. So yeah. Okay, can go on. So preparation with core merge requests is that for style API, we are merging what we previously have in UI styles with UITs and helper CSS classes. And from what we have in UI skins with theme selection, light, dark. Now, those two notions will be unified into the style API because now a style is all okay. 90% of the time it will still be CSS classes, but now a style can be any kind of attributes and values. So you can define how your style will behave by allowing to say this is not a CSS classes, this is this attributes, etc., and also be able to specify target if the style is scopable or not. For example, if it can be applied anywhere, or it can be applied only on the body attribute, body tag or the HTML tag. And or as a meta header. And also, of course, same now, the system is unified with the mods. Go on. So right now, yeah, previously what we had, there is a typo. It is not on the right, is not my theme styles. It was, oh, so sorry. No, it's the same. Sorry. Okay. Sorry for the slides. Yes. No, it's the same. Either utility or helpers or mods, it will be declared into the same file, and with the same attributes, etc. With the same potential properties. Design token API for the CSS variables of UI skins, which we want to rely on a standard design token community group format, which is still in draft, but it will provide a standard outside of the Drupal community, which we will be able to rely on. That way also, as it will be a common adapt standard into the industry, design tokens will be usable from external tools, design tools like Figma, etc., to be exported, and then we will be able to re-import the tokens and to override it into Drupal. And to override the Drupal, we are going to use a config entity. So that way we will be able to specify some scopes for those tokens and those value overrides. Also, that way, currently in UI skins, it is very limited because it is tied to the form API, for example, for the color, sorry, for the form element, color, picker, string, text field, text area, etc. Not very friendly right now and not very extensible. Now we will have in core directly a mechanism of plugins per design token type. So the dimension, font family, font weight, etc., colors, of course, and we will have also the support of composite tokens. For example, a typography design token is composed of dimension, font family, font weight, etc. So much more interesting data structure. Go on, please. So first, into the current merge request on Drupal core, we implemented a few token types: dimension, font family, font weight, number, typography. Typography is the composite one. And then into the next minor version, we will be able to implement on the flow other token types. Also, so component token, it will be okay, but also theoretically into the design token mechanism, design token standard schema, it is possible to reference other tokens. And so we'll have to a reference resolution mechanism to implement later.
So it will be like the SDC of a token.
Yes.
It will be very, very cool.
So to sum up, yes, style API, you apply anywhere, everywhere. And token API, you specify the value of some theoretically more than CSS variables, but in terms of web, it is translated as CSS variables.
Great. So is it coming to 11.3 or not?
You need to update the screenshots.
Yeah.
It needs review everywhere.
Need review.
Thanks to the ones who already gave some review. We generally have some, nice in global, etc., but no one wants to RTBC, even if it's cool globally, but no one wants to RTBC. So do not hesitate to give a look.
Yeah, if you are core maintainer, don't hesitate to go RTBC. If you are not a core maintainer, don't hesitate to give some feedback, have a look. A lot of people have participated already. We are very advanced and very close to merge. So let's not miss 11.3.
Yeah. Also, right. sorry, I wanted to add something. Like for SDC and Icon API, with Style Utility API, we are introducing a new JSON schema definition. For design tokens, we wanted to use the one provided by the design token community group. Unfortunately, as it was more complicated due to potential partial JSON schema references, etc., currently, there is no validation against the schema, but we will introduce that later. And also, yeah, we would very likely to stick to those implementation, to those standard design token references.
Cool.
And do not hesitate to go into the GitHub of this community group to improve the schema if you need more, if you think you will need more stuff.
Yeah, upstream.
Upstream, yeah.
So let's accelerate a bit. Next year, we will talk about UI size 2 and UI scheme 2, of course, which will use the core API. Okay, let's go fast. Just a little note to say it's the end of UI suite theming. Yes, because next year, UI suite theming will be the same as modern Drupal theming. There will have no specific UI suite files in theme. Every files will be in core. There will have no UI suite dependency in your theme info.yaml. You don't need them anymore. And there will have no UI pattern JSON schema reference in SDC. So next year, there is only Drupal theming, only modern Drupal theming, and it will be a success for us, and we are very happy. Let's talk about the team very, very fast. A few seconds each. Michael?
Yes, we reached a stable state. We are aligned with the current version of the library, and everything goes well.
Cool.
This is short.
Yes, sure. Thank you very much. So this is Steven. Steven, I don't know if he's here, but yeah, he released the new version of USWDS, and it's cool. Good work. About this UI, we released a new Alpha 5 with some changes, but the big stuff is coming outside of the team. Christian and Michael are working on tool set and tooling and connection with other stuff. And I think next month we will have a Zoom with Christian and Michael on this work. About the compatibility of our theme with Canva, I have good news. Last month we got 3 issues. They are not respecting the reference resolving logic of JSON schema. They are not using the default property of the schema. It's still the case. And they were ignoring props, a component without props. And this is fixed. So 1/3 of the issue are fixed, and we hope they will fix the 2 other one. But once they will fix that, we will still have an issue. Fatal error. Today, if there is no, if there is variant, Canva is the fatal. If there is a string castable as integer, we have a fatal. And something shared by Mike, which is with us today, if a component replaces another, we have a fatal. So we are still very excited by sharing the Drupal theme with Canva and having a blooming ecosystem, but maybe it's a bit early, and we hope the next week it will get better. And now there is something new happening. Rajab, you want to take control, or you want me to?
Yes, with you.
I keep the slide, or you take the slide?
You continue.
Okay, I continue.
Yeah.
So, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, this is Rajab Nacha. I'm a technical product lead at Vardot, and we adopted UI patterns from the beginning. When they were UI pattern 1 with SDCs, and it was the right choice. And guys, and now we have to move to the next level to build SDCs, update them, manage them, improve them with AI. And we hope that we could together create what we want. Let's go into the things directly. UI suite. We are introducing something. UI suite AI. We could call it AI context, AI skills. Ready with the thing. With Vid started. He created a new blog, and he did an experiment gathering Drupal components with Figma, and it's like all generating them into components. And Dries integrated some of that with Drupal Canvas as well. So when you go into Drupal Canvas, like Ivan, he did the preview in some of his videos. Just that AI or the script or the prompt, a bit of it was taken from his experiment, from Witt's experiment. And you can see the link. Next slide. Yeah. So is that enough? No. That's super good. Yeah, it's really good. Everybody is creating their prompts, companies, organizations, even individuals, the one who are interested in doing that. So what is the next action for us? The next action for us is we need that public. Yes, I do have my own UI suite agents, but we need them in a public. I want my agent to think a bit like peers, like Flora. Yeah, a bit like of the creator of these concepts. So we have to have, I'm not sure what to call it, like AI agents, AI context, UI suite skills, AI context. It should be out of the box with us. We could have a repo, for example, and that will be ready. So each company or organization could sync that agent, list of agents with them, or they could come in with it. So what we need is not personalized, isolated prompters or prompts. We need that agents to be in the public for us and managed by peer Florent, Mike. Everybody will come and participate. And a junior developer or a junior or mid-level front-ender could come and use that agent in a way. Just sync, like could be something like that. Sync the agents, starting the theme, building up with that. Yeah, and this is what we are trying to achieve. So what we should do, this is a question. I'm asking all these questions. Should we add this list of agents within the modules, within the theme? We could have a repo. I personally, myself, I feel that the UI Suite initiative repo, the repository, could hold that all, all that smart list of agents. So what they could be, like generating components and improving the UX. I could come into a project and tell them, no, I need to improve that component or the UI, and the UI agent will do it in a way how peer think, as he allow us to have. So we could add all this prompting with it. And yeah, helping designers. And even when we go for the DSFR and the US1 and each design system or theme, like I do feel that the Scooby Bootstrap, for example, profile, it is really the best. I did an experiment with that and just read the code, read the thing, create, manage, and the AI grasped the whole thing within that context. So the Scooby Bootstrap profile, I think Florent is working on it, I think, yeah. And that's it for now, yeah. That's it for now.
Mm-hmm.
We are sharing all these prompts or agents within the channel, and I hope that we could move in the next, by the end of the year or the first quarter to have this repo ready for anybody to work, to start.
So the two next steps, in my opinion, is to first to share in the public channel now, in the UI Suite Initiative public channel, so the people can know what you are doing and try your work. And next monthly, we can have a demo.
Yes, sure.
Cool.
Next month.
Cool. Maybe you will have questions at the end of the monthly. Let's move on.
Yeah.
We have only 5 minutes left. So very fast, community and events. We got Vienna. It was great. We did a lot of work together. There was Roma last week. It was a successful too. There is Nara this week with a talk by Drupal. And then there is Chicago coming in March. We applied for Chicago, a few proposals, and we hope some of us will go. The answer is next week. And Athens in April, we need to apply before January 14. So let's not miss the slot. Okay, thank you everybody. Let's talk now. Let's keep that, and let's also set the next monthly.
So, okay, next monthly, then maybe Brahim want to show the recipe.
Yes, and Rajab the AI.
Rajab?
Yes.
It's very interesting because I nearly tried the same the last days. So happy to talk about this.
Yeah, that's cool indeed. Okay, Brian, you show the recipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I share my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So here I have a fresh Drupal installation under the div, and on packages.org. So this is the full README. So the last section here we have 2 comments. The first comment is a composer comment to require the recipe and its related dependencies. So here on the source code on composer JSON, as you see here, I have no dependency to any UI patterns module, and here I have the recipe directory is empty. So now I will require the recipe with composer command. So here, as you see, the recipe is requiring all related country modules, UI icons, UI patterns. And as you see here, Drupal adds all that dependencies to the root, to the composer JSON of my project, to the root composer JSON of my project. And this, because of this package of core recipe unpack. And now let's run the second command to apply the recipe. Here tag. So let's run a dash here so Drupal knows about new models. And now let's apply the recipe. And now the recipe is applying, as you see here. It installs all the new modules, UI icons, UI styles. So that's it done. And now when I get to extend, I'm looking for UI patterns. And I get all the UI patterns module enabled. And also display builder submodules. So here, as you see, display builder and display builder submodules. So for now, the recipe, all what it did, it only requires the related UI patterns ecosystem modules, and just enable those modules and submodules. So we could next we could, for example, pre-configure some modules, or with the recipe we can do much more.
We can have one recipe by team, maybe, to have the team pre-configured and everything ready with the module for the team.
Yeah, we could imagine some different version. For example, 1x for dedicated configuration with the specific team. I don't know, but we can do with recipes. We are much flexible. Huh?
Okay, so thanks for the demo. Okay, because this week on UI Patterns 2 channel, there has been some chat about that, about where to put the code base of this recipe. And the question was, should it be put directly into the UI suite repository? I'm not in favor of that. It is a discussion. I'm just starting the discussion by sharing my opinion, and of course that's the goal of the discussion, and to discuss that during monthly meeting. I'm not in favor of putting it into UI suite project directly, because right now it is a composer meta package to require the default UI suite ecosystem modules. I'm more in favor that the recipe has its own Drupal.org project, so that it can evolve at its time. And for people only wanting just a composer as a meta package, they can still be able to use just the project UI suite. Also, especially like we discussed during this monthly, if we want then to share some AI agents, AI configuration, also then in this case, to avoid to put that into directly the UI suite meta project. Otherwise, I think it will become some stuff where we put any kind of stuff, and it will have no more sense. So maybe I'm more in favor of dedicated projects, dedicated Git repositories, etc. Just sharing my opinions.
Yeah. And it will be the same question for the prompt.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the AI agents. Yes.
So yeah, where do we put this stuff, which is a bit, wide? It's not targeting a specific module, but more the ecosystem. Yeah, maybe we will have a two-dimensional. We have a matrix of task and module. I don't know. It will be interesting. We need to decide that in the next weeks.
Okay.
Some question?
Or over opinion about this organization of recipe and AI agents, of course. Go on. Don't be shy.
So I think we have several kinds of agents probably later. One really which generates components, one which generates configs, or I'm not so sure. And another part I think is that the themes should have a structure, or the statics of the theme have a structure where the MCPs can interact in the right way, so that we create the base so that it's easier for the users to follow the rules of the cursor integration or something like this. So that we really plan our themes that they will be auto-generated components later. So where are the tokens located and so on, so that we streamline the process. That's my 5 cents.
Bye, Dan. Thank you. Okay, so some question before we leave each other? No? With everything we show? Okay, so next monthly will be in January, because we don't want to do a monthly during the holidays. It will be the 8th of January. Everything is okay? Everybody is okay? Great. So until that, cool stuff is coming. Follow the core issue. It's very exciting. Beta 1 of Display Builder is coming. let's try it. If you want a private demo, if you want some questions, some help, feel free to ask us. Me, I'm always ready to do private demo. And yeah, let's talk in a few weeks. See you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks